morning YouTube, Saturday morning at the ABR. The wind's finally dropped. I managed to get the drone up for a quick flight. I'm now heading back up towards the main arena, and I'll turn the camera around in a minute and you see there's even more here than there was yesterday. It's absolutely rammed. Been a good weekend so far. So I'll turn around now so you can see what it's like. Full in there, full up all round through here. It's getting harder and harder to find a path through to get up to the main arena. But I'm going to head up that way now. So, good weekend so far. A few beers in the evening. Plenty of food which will give you a heart attack, but who cares? Made a few new friends while I'm here. Seen a few people that I have known in the future on Thursday night. Nobody last night, but then that was to be expected because it's absolutely rammed. I'll have to turn around again now. Completely and utterly full. As far as the eye can see, bikes and tents. Luckily the path I'm on now is a fire road, so it's got to be kept clear. A lot of them are out and about on their bikes enjoying the south. I don't know whether the road going through is part of the trails for the weekend or not, but I haven't bothered doing any riding. My first time here, didn't really know what to expect, so I changed my plans up a little bit because the problems with my helmet mount as well, so I wouldn't be able to film anything on the bike if I went out, so I can't see no point. So all my footage from this weekend is going to be off the bike and a little bit of drone footage. The wind died down enough today that I was able to do that. So up to the main arena and I'll have a look around all the stands. Absolutely rammed everywhere. Bikes, tents, vans. But I've even seen a few and it makes me laugh. Who turns up at a bike rally and an EV? There's loads of them here. And I'm talking about cars and vans, not bikes. What the deal? Everyone to their own. It's turning into a nice sunny warm day now. I've dug the shorts out. Now the wind's finally died down and I've been able to. Heading up to the main arena now. Have a stroll around some of the stands. Then I'll grab a bite to eat. Then I'll probably go back to the tent for an hour or so before I come back up in the evening for the evening entertainment. Well, I come back up a bit early last night. It was a bit too early. I'll leave it a bit later today, I think. Haven't seen Hippo and Mr. Fish yet. I know they're here. Phil 480's here as well. I think I might have saw him yesterday evening, but I wasn't 100% certain. He was on his own at the time, so that means he haven't found them either. I know they're here, but I expect they're out on some of the trails at the moment. Maybe bump into them later, we'll see. That'll do for now. I'll come back in a minute when I get to the stalls. I'm at the main arena now at the stands. The Kawasaki stand is just here. Most of the bikes at the moment are out on test rides from all these. I know Faye from Tens on Tour was coming down to take one out today, but I don't know what time it was going to be. So I've got Yamaha and Honda coming up. Some nice bikes, but I'm not in the market for one. Just have a moochie through, see what's here. So that was Yamaha. Coming up to Honda. Lots of bikes to look at and plenty of demo ones, but looks like they're all out on the road at the moment because that part's empty. I'm not in the market for one of these, even though there is some nice ones. And as you can see, it's busy. That's Honda. Now coming up to the BMWs. I'm going to have a proper look at this one this time. I didn't yesterday. Have a look at the new 1300 GS in the flesh. See what I think of it. There we go. No, that does not look like a GS to me. It's too small. Unbelievable. You look at that to the 1250. But some people don't like it. I do. But it's the prices. See, that's from not cheap. Which BMWs aren't. That's the Adventurer, which is too big for me anyway. I'll stick with my Asian 06 GS, I think. Yeah, the new 800 is a nice looking bike, I must admit. And with the price of it, and a more sensible price. Right, looks like all the ones who've been out for a ride on the Beamers have just come back. Right, BSA coming up. I'll go down and have a look at that. See what they got. Right, quick look around the BSA stand. I didn't look at this one yesterday. Well, it's all going to be one model in it because that's the only one they've got. But they are nice bikes. I know Faye from Tins on Tour liked the one they had. KTM over there. Husqvarna, but they're all off-road oriented type bikes. Not my sort. The Ducati's just coming back in. And it is busy here, as to be expected. Quick look at the Huskies. Not my type of bike. Indian over there, look. We're walking Richy went up to get out for a ride. Best of luck. The Ducatis have just come back in from their rides. Motor Guzzi, I'll go and have a look at this one. Getting as much as I can while I'm here. I've never really been able to make up my mind about a Guzzi, to be honest. Yeah, I'm never really sure on them. I think that's it for all the bike manufacturers. So I'll turn off now and get back to you later. Well, I timed that just right. I've just got to the Bridgestone stage and Richy Vida's on.
We better get started.
So I'll be staying here to film this.
Fantastic. That's all her. That was amazing.
You can pay me later.
Thank you.
I thought I was introducing Brad Pitt.
And then,
well, actually with the goatee and the glasses, I've got to say. Yeah.
there you go.
No.
So, I know Simon mentioned Morocco, and I must admit, we were watching the videos just recently, and I think we were just calling your names.
Doing research.
We just calling your names because Morocco is a country that we've ridden through, and it is fantastic. Except when we were there, we didn't have any recording equipment because this is a long time ago.
Was that your first time?
Yes, my first time, yeah.
It is amazing.
I had no really knowledge of Morocco at all. I knew at some point I wanted to go and head down there. I knew I wanted to reach the Sahara, so that was a point for the POIs kind of thing. And I didn't even know what it was called, but the zigzaggy road that you see, I'm like, right, research zigzaggy road in Morocco.
The gorge,
Dardes Gorge, yeah. And then so made the route, and I just absolutely fell in love with the place. Absolutely fell in love with the place.
I mean, obviously we all go into these locations with expectations, whether we want to take them or not. Did it exceed? Did it meet? What were your expectations before you went?
I genuinely had no idea. Obviously, different culture, all that kind of thing. So, a little bit nervous because I've never been, so I kind of don't know what to expect. But the first day, my first night in Morocco was Chefchaouen, the Blue City, and again, being chucked in to the culture change and the hustle and bustle of all the tiny little alleyways there, I was a bit like, ooh. I'm not sure. I don't know. You don't know if you're safe. You don't know what the people are like, even though people say that they are nice. I've not witnessed it yet, But then, quite quickly. In fact, arriving in Chefchaouen, I took a fresh set of tyres with me, and I thought, when I get to Chefchaouen, I'll see if I can find somewhere to fit them. So I spoke to the guy in the hotel, and he said, yeah, we can do that. He said, just give me a minute, and he went off and come back on the phone. And he said, yeah, I've got a guy that's going to come, he's going to take your wheels off, and then take them, and then he's going to come back and put your bike back together. And I'm like, okay, can I not just ride the bike to his garage? And he said, well, the thing is, you can just enjoy the sunset. Go and enjoy yourself while your bike gets thinking. And then I was thinking, when in Rome, okay, yeah. And this guy turned up in a taxi with a carry bag of tools, and I'm watching him thinking, this is okay. And first of all, I said to the hotel guy, do you trust? Is this okay? And he says, oh,
does he know what a motorcycle is?
On my reputation, kind of thing. He was saying. So I'm like, do you know what? Yeah, let's do it. Go for it. And how much is it going to be, by the way? And I think it worked out to be something like 18 quid. 18 quid. And I'm like, what? So he's going to come along, he's going to take the wheels off, he's going to bugger off. And he did, and it was very weird watching him walk off with my wheels under his arm like that. This guy that just arrived in a taxi with a carrier bag.
Who you knew intimately.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. I'm like, this is quite possibly the end of the trip. You know,
But what an adventure.
exactly. Yeah.
So you wouldn't let anybody do that here, would you?
And you know exactly.
Hello, I'm from Quick Fit. Can I get your tyres? Bye.
And it's just bizarre. And like I say, he went off, came back and did it. And I mean, I didn't leave the hotel. You know, the reason for him to come and do it and take the things away rather than me going was so I could go and enjoy myself. But I was shitting myself. So I thought, I'm not leaving this. I was like just watching him, you know, walking around watching him like that, not checking, because you've got to assume that they know what they're doing. I didn't notice until afterwards that he basically chewed my otherwise immaculate front wheel. You know, the gold wheel. I'm like, "Ugh." I didn't notice until he'd gone. But then I was like, well, you know, it's a battle scar, isn't it? It's a good story to tell. You know, you mentioned the Cavern Club on that amazing intro. I've got this is just digressing very slightly, but being able to have, you know, stories to tell. So, you know, the wheel's chewed, but I've got a good story to tell from it. The Cavern Club, I've got a really rare Gibson SG Custom that I had to have shipped from Georgia in America, and it's, you know, very expensive. It was something I've wanted forever. You know, played the Cavern Club, which was a very important gig for me, and we were headlining it, and the singer of the band before us, as we were swapping the stage, in slow motion, just caught my guitar, and it just slid down the wall like in slow motion. I was like, ah! and it basically took a chunk out of the headstock, and I was so wounded. I was like, oh my god, this is terrible. But then I thought, hang on, I can always tell people that happened on the main stage at the Cavern, so it's a good story.
It's character.
Exactly, yeah. So
did you get any more character scratches on your bike?
No, I didn't actually. No, and I'm very pleased. I got very, very stuck. I don't know if anyone's seen the series, but I got very stuck, quite foolishly, really. I was on a 50-mile long trail, absolutely incredible. Just again, Morocco was already in here now, and you know, I was just falling in love with the place. I was driving around the place with love hearts in my eyes, you know. Arrived into this little village, and the little kids are just kicking stones around, and they're so happy, and you know, we're high-fiving, and they're revving the bike, and they just you know, I must have looked like a spaceman riding through the village, you know. The bike's all lit up and rah, you know. Anyway, I rode through this amazing trail, stopping every 2 seconds to take photos, and you know, I remember coming around this corner and thinking, oh, that's a bit. I'm quite confident when it comes to off-road. I'm not overconfident, but I'm quite confident. And I remember thinking, okay, and there's not a single person on this road, not a single person on it. Started attacking this trail, this steep rocky bit, and got stuck, properly stuck, fully beached. I was like, oh dear. And to the point where I obviously didn't want to drop the bike, but I thought it's quite possible that it will happen, because the rocks were so big. I basically beached the belly pan, and the front wheel and the back wheel was stuck against really shiny rocks, so there was just no traction whatsoever.
Did you get video of this?
Yes, it's all on video. Yeah, it's all there.
I actually watched that the other night, and
I thought I'd watched all of it.
No.
Yes.
You left me to do this whilst you were cooking or something, and I saw.
Enough with the laughing.
I was doing it with you. I'm like, come on, get it up there.
No. When she says I was doing it with you, she's come on, you. And then other words came out. She did the same thing with you and Charlie long around. Oh, come on, you buddy, get out of that. She's quite aggressive.
I had someone actually message to say, a guy that's watching it with his wife, because I like to make the episodes so, you know, they take you on a journey kind of thing. So I left that as a bit of a cliffhanger, like, am I going to get out? Am I not going to get out? Kind of thing. And this guy's wife had said, I hope he's all right. And he's like, well, he's clearly all right because he's got home and edited it. You know, he's not still up there, is he? You know.
Do you get a lot of that? Do you get much fan mail? We were worried. Did you make it home okay? We didn't get 3 rings.
All the time, I'll get things like, again, during an episode, someone will comment to say, oh, well, when you go down there, take a left, and then blah blah, and then if you go over that bit, and I'm like, this is 3 months ago. I'm not still sat here like stuck. But yeah, that happens all the time.
Can I send you a care package?
Exactly, yeah. But yeah, that I could have really panicked there, and it could have all gone south. But I just, took a moment, just took my lid off, just
I think that's it.
drink of water, and
stepping back,
Yes.
isn't it, and having a look at the
giving
situation.
yourself space to think how to do it. Yeah.
I just take a step back, have a look at the situation, and then I shout at Simon to do the work. But you don't.
This is
have
how you
that.
do it.
You don't have that. You got to